If you happened to check out the channel recently, you may have noticed a quite enthusiastic review about the FIIL Wireless. Together with those, FIIL was kind enough to send out their smaller cousins, the interesting Bestie in-ear headphones. Let's take a look. Just like the Wireless, the Bestie comes in a simple all-white box with the embossed silhouette of the headphones on the back. Taking a look inside, you'll find a little carrying pouch, 4 extra pairs of earplugs, a little clip for the headphones and a small brush for the cleaning. The model I have here is the really sleek silver version, but they're also available in black, red and blue. Even for a pair of earbuds, the Bestie are pretty compact, and their rounded shape and matte finish follows the same design language as the Wireless. Despite their size, they still feel solid, and are absolutely free from the weird crackles that are typical of cheaper pairs. Below the earbuds you'll find a flat 1.2 meters cable, which houses the media playback controls, together with a pretty decent mic and the Android/iOS switch. I find the length pretty ideal for most scenarios, and even if the flat cable is not entirely tangle-free, it's certainly way better than standard cables. Unlike the Wireless, the Bestie are not particularly feature-rich, so it's worth to focus some more on sound. To talk specs, they offer a pretty wide 10 to 40,000 Hz frequency range, 18 ohms of impedance and 116 decibels of sound pressure. Without going too much into detail, these last two mean that they are particularly easy to drive, making them perfect to use on the go with mobile devices. The high sensitivity level also helps to keep distortion down, delivering a clean sound throughout the range. As for the sound signature, they deliver some particularly punchy highs and a healthy amount of bass, which tends to take over the mids a bit. According to FIIL themselves, they are especially optimized to deliver clear vocals, but in my experience it really depends on the genre you're listening to. I think it is true for pop or acoustic music, but for stuff like hard rock they are really no different than other pairs of good headphones. Something that impressed me on the other hand is their rendition of drums and guitar, and a lot of other instruments actually, and I listen to a lot of metal and rock, so trust me on that one. I also thoroughly enjoyed listening to more electronic based genres, so it's really hard to complain at all when it comes to sound. Speaking of sound, the soundstage is also very good for a pair of earbuds, but for obvious reasons it's still not as good as a pair of open back headphones. In terms of pure loudness, you can easily get to 90% volume without noticeable distortion, but I honestly haven't tried anything higher because it was already too loud for me. However, the Snug Fit makes for some excellent passive isolation, so you probably won't need to crank the volume all the way up anyway. I find that they block enough noise to hear the sound clearly in a moderately loud environment, but if noise isolation is a must, you'll be better off with something with ANC. As for additional features, the only bonus you get here is the automated burn-in via the FIIL Plus app, which is nothing special but still nice to have. At the end of the day, the FIIL Bestie are a solid all-around pair. With a price tag of $99, these earbuds are right in between cheaper options and high-end pairs, but they are much closer to the latter as for quality. They offer a great sound with clean reproduction and good isolation, a comfortable fit, and a higher than average build quality. If you're not looking for fancy features but you still want something better than the headphones included with your smartphone, I have no hesitation in recommending these. So that will do for today. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you so much for watching. This was Joe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.